event, you are thinking about things that you should have done at home and you didn't do, or what you're going to do after the conference. So African music will do that. It will bring you into the room. And you can use some of this music, find it online. It is a powerful way to be present. So welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to day 2 of the HerStory conference in Brisbane. My name is Getrude Matshe. Full name is Getrude Matshe Kanitsky. We had a funny conversation today with my beautiful Polish sister. So my last name is Polish. I've just remarried to a Polish man. And I was explaining my name. A lot of people don't know why my Gertrude doesn't have the R. So Gertrude is a German name. It was my grandmother's name. My grandmother was brought up in a German orphanage. When colonialists came to Africa, they would forcibly remove children from their parents and throw them in orphanages. She did not know her African name, she did not know her parents. And she said when she turned 6, as an act of defiance, she dropped the R in Gertrude and decided to get rude. She said the nuns would beat her until she was black and blue, and she refused to change it back. So in Africa, our names mean something. So if I put back the R in my name, I tell my grandmother's story. And I take her everywhere I go with that name. She's in my DNA, she's right here with us today. And I have to honor and thank her for giving me the gift of storytelling, because people who know her and people who know me say I'm a duplicate copy of her in every sense of the word. So thank you, Aldwyn. So, when we begin today, I want to share with you a story. A part of my life where I think I realized that you can talk to the universe and the universe answers back. I had just turned 21. I had moved to the UK, left Zimbabwe to go and pursue my degree. I had to leave school when I was 17 because my dad lost his job and the bank was going to repossess our house. And I became a public speaker through practice. What my dad used to do from the age of 16, he would tell us to apply for jobs in the corporate world, but not take the jobs. He would say the corporate world is white. So I grew up in Rhodesia. Blacks and whites didn't mix, and the corporate world was white-owned. And my dad used to say, you need to build up confidence. So just apply for these jobs, don't take them. So that's what we did. My sister and I, every school holiday, would bus to the city, and we would apply for all these jobs and not take them. But it became a competition. So we'd come home, if you got a job offer, we would compete. And that holiday, I had 4 choices. I could have been a nurse. My mother was a nurse. But I fainted at the sight of blood, so my dad said, no, cross that off. I was accepted to nurses training. I was going to fly out of Zimbabwe. It meant that I had to fly the airplane myself. So I applied to be a pilot, but there was a height restriction to being a pilot. You had to be 1.7 meters tall. I was like 1.3. I was tiny when I was little. So I couldn't do that, but they told me to do an aptitude test for air traffic control. I got that job. I still wanted to fly out of Zimbabwe, so I applied to be an air hostess. Got that job. And my dad said, no, you're way too intelligent. He said, an air hostess is like a waitress in a moving hotel. We'll be bored after a while. We're way too intelligent for that. My father was a chartered accountant. And he knew how to use an adding machine. And he said, there's this thing called a computer. He said, I'm not sure what it is, but technology is the way to go. And so I did an aptitude test to be a COBOL programmer. So I'm a first-generation coder. I programmed computers in binary, COBOL, and Pascal, and Fortran. And went into the IT world by default. I hated my job, hated it. But when I look back now, it was the basis of everything I have done in my life. Because I went into IT, I really understand technology from a different perspective. I ended up my 13 years in IT as a systems analyst, web designer like Nik, and loved it because I had contact with people, I was good with documentation, so all my writing skills came in. And that's what I became, and when we moved to New Zealand, that's what got us residency, because I was on the essential skills list for permanent residency. So it's funny how your starting point can dictate the rest of your life. But I was going to be telling you the story of my life in the UK. So when I was 17, my father lost his job. He was the town clerk of Aldwyn town. And we were one of those African families who were very unusual in that my dad owned land, 5 acres of land. My parents were market gardeners, so they grew their own fruit and vegetables. We had 2 cars. It was unusual. This is in 1980, soon after Zimbabwe had independence. And my dad's car had electric windows, which again was unusual. And people didn't understand how we had accumulated that wealth. But my parents were really smart, savvy business people. My mother had a restaurant. They worked hard all their lives. But somebody in our town started spreading a rumor that my dad had embezzled all this money from the city council. And I remember I had just taken my driver's license and I'd gone to pick up my dad from work. I was driving his car. I got to the city council building and there was a mob of people outside. Like a demonstration, they were holding placards, and my father said, go into my office, lock the door, do not come out until I call you. So I'm upstairs and I'm watching him. He had to go downstairs to address this mob. I'm watching from the window on the first floor. And these people formed a circle around my father. And as he was trying to talk to them, they attacked. My dad was saved by his bodyguard. This man locked his arms around you and dragged him back into the council building. By the time I ran downstairs, my dad was in his underwear. He was wearing a 3-piece suit. They ripped the clothes off him. I almost witnessed my father's assassination. My dad had a nervous breakdown. And he quit his job, came home. I come from a family of 5 kids. I have an older sister who's 2 years older than me and 3 little brothers. Now my parents aren't coping with the girls. The banks about to repossess our home. I said, Dad, I can go to work. I have all these job offers. He's like, no, you're just a child. I was trying to finish high school. I was 17 going on 18. I had 1 more year of high school. And I said, no, I'm quitting. And I took up a job as a COBOL programmer. And my first paycheck secured the piece of land that my mother still lives in now. And by the time I was 19, I had paid it off. And then I decided I want to go to the UK. I want to get my first degree, raise money for my ticket. And I remember all of our relatives coming home to give my parents advice. So in Africa, you don't make a decision on your own. Your extended family have 2 cents worth of everything you do. And they were advising my father not to waste his money on me because I was a girl. My dad was about to sell 100 head of cattle, so we could raise £1,000 for me to go to the UK to study. And I remember my uncles and aunts sitting at the table saying to my dad, what if he gets pregnant? He wasted all this money. You have 3 sons. So normally, girls' education is sacrificed for boys. And it's not that our parents don't love us. It's that they have limited means. And the belief is that if a girl gets married, somebody's going to take care of her. But if your sons are uneducated, they will struggle. So when you hear that girls' education is sacrificed in Africa, it's not that our parents do not love us. They do. But they're forced to make a choice. Who gets an education and who doesn't? And my dad said, no, she's going to school. And he sold everything. He raised £1,000 and off I went to London. I registered at South Bank University in Southwest London, and it was one of the most fascinating times of my life. I found myself a little apartment, and the £1,000 was not enough. It was enough for me to register, but I had to look for work. So I had 3 jobs. My first job at 4 o'clock in the morning was to vacuum the offices on campus. I was the cleaner. Job number 2, I would do after college. At 5 o'clock, I used to work in Oxford Street in W.H. Smith bookstore, selling records and music, and it was real fun. Last job for the day, there was a McDonald's next door, and I would clean their kitchen and get a free meal. I ate so much McDonald's, I don't eat McDonald's anymore. So I've done this for 3 months and everything is working. I left home in October, it's now December. Christmas Day, the doorbell rings, I run downstairs, and it's my boyfriend. He's come to visit me at Christmas. A surprise, I didn't know he was coming. We had an amazing Christmas. He went back to Africa. About 4 weeks later, I missed my period. Found out I was pregnant. And everything everybody had said at our dining table had come true. I couldn't tell my parents. I couldn't tell anyone. I had morning sickness. I was vomiting every day. I lost all 3 jobs. I've now run out of money. I'm living in Vauxhall, southwest London. And I'm rummaging through my purse looking for coins I could go and buy a loaf of bread. And I found my last coin, 50p, at the bottom of my purse. But just underneath this coin is a business card of a Norwegian woman who had come to Zimbabwe 2 years before. So I had created a theatre group when the AIDS pandemic hit. World Health had flown into our village in a helicopter, dropping flyers and condoms to people who can't breathe. They would run these workshops on how to prevent AIDS, and they would get a broomstick and put the condom on the broomstick. Guess what? Every single hut had a condom on a broomstick behind the door to prevent AIDS.
Oh my goodness.
It was the craziest time, and I'm observing this, and I wrote to World Health and I said, I've just watched your campaign, you've wasted thousands of dollars. Can I write a play with an AIDS theme? Because we passed down knowledge through storytelling. And they sponsored me to create an all-women's theatre group. It was called Just for Women Theatre. And my mission was to reach that rural woman in Zimbabwe who hasn't gone to school and conscientize her about the virus. We were 5 girls working in the villages. We would perform in the play, and then we would run the workshops in the vernacular languages to explain what is the virus and how is it spreading. That is when I realized the value of education. I would sit with a woman who's been married for 20, 30 years. And she'd say to me, Getrude, what do you mean my husband's going to kill me? I've been sleeping with him for the last 30 years. A virus, you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't see it. So I had to find a way to explain what a virus was. And I would buy apples at the beginning of the week and let them decompose. I did this on the weekend after work. When I ran my workshops, I would put out a box of healthy apples, a box of rotting apples, and say, this is the human body. Something has gone inside this apple, it's eating away from the inside, it's going to decompose, and it's going to die. And at that time, in the 80s, you could see the face of AIDS. You could see the lesions on people's faces, you would see people losing weight, it was called the slow puncture. You would see them losing their hair. It was a very, very sad time. And so I helped the community in helping them understand how the virus was spreading and the use of condoms to try and prevent that. This woman had come with a church group to Zimbabwe, and she watched me acting in the play. And she came backstage and said, I want to see that young girl, the main actor. So I talked to her name was Ingrid, and she said, where did you learn how to act? You a professional actor? I'm like, oh, no, it's just something I'm doing to help my community. She said, you have a gift, and I will sponsor you. I will give you a scholarship to be an actress. But you can't make a living from the arts in Africa. That was my gift. And I turned down the offer because I was still supporting my parents, couldn't leave Africa. And she walked away, then she came back. And she hands me this business card and says, look, if you ever change your mind or if you're ever in Europe, please get in touch with me. 2 years later, I find that card at the bottom of my last coin, and I tossed that between a loaf of bread and calling a random stranger at a call booth. I went to the nearest call booth, dropped that coin. I just managed to say, hi Ingrid, this is Getrude. We met in Zimbabwe 2 years ago. I am in London. I'm in trouble. I need your help. And the phone disconnects. I'm standing on the curb thinking, I should have gone to buy that loaf of bread. And I'm crying. I don't know what to do next. And it starts to snow. I must have stood in that call booth for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm about to walk away, the phone rings, and it's her. And she says, oh my gosh, you're still there. I'm so sorry. I wrote down the number wrong. What can I do to help you? And I said, Ingrid, I'm in trouble. This is what's happened. She said, Getrude, I don't believe you're calling me today. She says, I talked about you yesterday with my brother. Her brother had got a grant to put together a musical production. You had tissues somewhere. It was a musical production about Nelson Mandela. And they were looking for African actors. He was on his way to Zimbabwe, Botswana, and South Africa to recruit actors. She said, I do not believe you called me today. Do you want to come to Norway? I'm like, yes, please. She couriers an air ticket to me, and off I go to Norway. And I took part in this musical production about Nelson Mandela, and I am dancing, I am singing, and I'm pregnant. Doing what I love and what I did best. It was one of the most fascinating times of my life. I lived in this little town called Hamar in the middle of Norway. Everybody there had blonde hair, blue eyes. They had never seen a person of color. And people would stop me in the street to touch my skin to see if the color comes off. And they would ask me questions like, do you eat cheese? Do you eat bread? Where did you get your clothes from? So unfortunately that year, there was a famine in Ethiopia. And all the news online was about these naked Africans starving in a famine, and that was the perception. And it got really irritating. I was very sensitive. I was pregnant. People would touch me, physically touch me, and it was horrible. And I'd come home every day crying, and Ingrid said to me, Getrude, you are somebody who's supposed to educate people. You're not here by mistake. Conscientize people, talk about Africa. I had photographs of my parents' house. We lived in a brick house with electricity and running water. Remember those days when you had a projector where you could scan a picture and project it on a screen? Yeah. She booked the school hall, and every Friday I would give these talks. And the hall would fill up. Before I knew it, I'm charging at the door $5. Wow. Then I started teaching African dance, which I had never done. And these Norwegians would come into the hall and say, what do we do? What do we do? I'm like, shit, what do you have again? You learned the lesson today. So I made £5,000 in 1988, wiggling my bum in Norway. By the time I went back to Africa, I had bought my son's clothes until he was 3 years old. And I am so proud today because my son is an actor, and he got his biggest acting role. He performed live yesterday in Aldwyn Theatre. And his little brother just emailed me today and said, Mom, you should have been there. He said it was one of his best performances ever. When he was 17, Denzel Washington came to New Zealand to film a movie pilot and picked my son to be the main part in this movie. Wow. And I had met Denzel when I was 19. I took part in a movie called Cry Freedom. It was about apartheid. And I met him before he was famous. He would talk to me every day. And when he picked my son, I said, I come and watch. I got to hang out with Denzel Washington, sitting right next to him as he was filming this pilot, and everybody thought I was related to the guy. I just didn't know him. But I have had this fascinating life. But I remember at that time asking the universe to give me guidance. Do you know you can ask and the universe will talk to you if you're awake and aware? I remember saying to the universe, show me how I can keep this baby. Show me how I can nurture him and love him. And I started dreaming of him before he was born. I knew he was a little boy. And my life has unraveled in one of the most magical ways. And for me, I call them my promptings. Little signs, sometimes things show up 2-3 times in a row. And I know I'm on the right track. Or it could be somebody who says something that connects me to the next person. Or it could be something like this. There's a very special man in this room, and Nik, I'm going to keep talking about you. We would not be here if it wasn't for Nik Cree. I was going to cancel this conference. The people who are helping me let me down in a really big way. I paid the money for the venue. I postponed. It was supposed to be in February 7th. And I postponed, and I thought, okay, we'll give it a few more weeks, and still nothing happened. And then I was online, I was on LinkedIn, looking at different people's names, and Nik's name popped up. and I noticed that you were here in Brisbane, and I thought you were still in Wellington. And I reached out to you, and then you reached out to your community, and now we're here. So, if there is someone in this room that you do not know today, please make sure that you leave having connected with every single person. We're a small group, and that's a big advantage. I have lived this charmed life where magic happens to me almost every day. We didn't have any of this AV sound system when I arrived on Friday. The university told me that I was supposed to have booked to get a technical person to show me how to switch this on 2 weeks before the event. And the whole of Friday, I spent the whole day in this building, going from pillar to post, trying to find someone to open this door and show me how to get into this room. At 2 o'clock, I was about to give up, and I thought, bugger this, I'm going upstairs. The dean's office is upstairs. As I walk upstairs, this lady was in her office, and I just went straight to her and I said, this is my situation. Can I find someone to help me? I've come all the way from New Zealand. I had an international conference. She was from New Zealand as well. She said, don't worry, I've got this. She comes and opens the door, gives me her personal password. That's why we're using the Wi-Fi. And I have her on standby. She said, call me anytime if you need me. I'm out of town, but I'm on standby for you. Then I got an Uber to go back to where I'm staying. I went to the shopping center to get a meal. I looked online, and it looked like this house where I was staying, this Airbnb, was close to the shopping center, but it was a little bit distance. And I had that big suitcase. I'm lugging the suitcase up a hill, trying to get to this house. And this woman comes in the opposite direction, stops her car and says, do you need help? I'm like, I'm actually looking for this address, and it feels like I'm close, because I had my map. She said, oh yeah, it's just down there. I live in the street. Oh, let me take your bag. I'll walk with you. And she lugged the bag up the hill. She was also a Kiwi. So, 3 Kiwis made this happen.
Yeah.
So everything happens when you're present and you're in the moment with people. The problem is that a lot of times you meet people and you're having a conversation, but you're thinking about the meeting you're going to or something you forgot at home, and you're not fully present to that person. The ethos of this conference is the Ubuntu philosophy. Ubuntu ngamuntu ngabantu says a person is only a person through other people. We are sum totals of every single person you will ever meet. So pay attention to the people who flow into your life. Even if you can't figure out why you've met, you will connect the dots in retrospect. And that's what happens to me. I have a series of dots that I can look back now, and it is so perfect how I was linked to every single person and how they helped me get to where I am now. So when you present today, please speak from your heart. This is a conference that is attracting people who want to change lives one person at a time, one story at a time. If it's a bad experience you went through, talk about it, but don't get sucked back in the pain of that experience. Talk as if there's somebody who's going to watch this video and hear you speak, and you will change their life. They could be in the same situation you were in, and they don't know how to navigate out. There's a business story, an entrepreneurial story. Tell it so that somebody else can shortcut the hurdles it takes to get there. They say success leaves clues. People who are successful will share their ideas, and that's why we share business ideas as well. So thank you for coming. We're going to have lots of fun today. And after every hour, we have a panel of 4 speakers. We have a session where we can ask them questions. So they come up on stage and we can ask them questions, and then the next group of speakers comes on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Getrude. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with you now. Excuse me.
Okay, hello, hello. Happy International Women's Day. I am at the QUT Gardens Point campus, and what you just saw there was Getrude Matshe. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Anyway, Getrude, who's based in New Zealand, travels all over the world. She launched the HerStory conference in Vegas actually last year, and she's done it in Finland and New Zealand and quite a few places, and this is the very first one in Brisbane. So yesterday we heard from 16 speakers. Today we have at least 12 speakers, I believe, all doing 15 minutes TED Talk style. And Getrude is a phenomenal lady, so check her out. I'm Aldwyn. Happy International Women's Day to you. It is today, March 8, very exciting, and we are celebrating here at the QUT Gardens Point campus in Brisbane. So thanks for joining. I'll be doing photos and video and social media, etc. while here, so stay tuned. I'll be uploading photos today, so check it out and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And I always say, may you shine bright and light up all those around you. So never underestimate the power of gratitude and of presence, as Getrude was just saying. One of our speakers. Being present, Getrude just said then, everything happens when you're present. So be present with the people in your life today. Have a beautiful International Women's Day, and International Men's Day I'm sure will be somewhere around the corner, so celebrating the men in our lives as well. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again soon. If you want to connect with me personally, I am at Mass Media Tribe. You can join my group. I do meetup groups, I do workshops teaching people how to get publicity for free. So connect with me at Mass Media Tribe on Meetup or Facebook. And I've got some upcoming events actually on the 23rd of April. I'm going to be doing a workshop and a Mass Media Tribe meetup in Brisbane at the Manly Hotel. We've got Dr. Christian Williams coming. He's talking about video marketing. And then also on the 7th of May, I've got a workshop coming up at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters, and we have Melissa Groom speaking at the Mass Media Tribe meetup at night. So we're doing more on video marketing and helping you get your message to the masses. My workshop's called How to Gain $1 Million Worth of Free Publicity, which is very exciting. It's very hands-on, and some awesome people come to my events. So hopefully we'll see you there. And as I say, have a beautiful day. Join the tribe, check out HerStory, it's amazing. There's Getrude running around in the back there getting a bag. She's got goodie bags for everybody. And she's flying out today again somewhere else. She's a constant traveller, amazing. And this HerStory is coming up in Melbourne. Some dates coming up soon in the next few weeks in Melbourne. So if you're there, just keep track of that, the HerStory Global Women's International Conference. Check it out. All right, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet of wisdom from the morning. I'm going to go and see some of these ladies' stories now. All right, lots of love to you, and have a beautiful day. Bye.